Yes. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nepal, my beautiful country, located right between India and China. We have a lot of natural resources. The hills and valleys, the fertile land, and the lake and the forest, ever-flowing river, and mountains. Even the highest peak of the world, the Mount Everest, is in Nepal. It is also the birthplace of Lord Buddha and one of the most favorite tourist destinations. For us, this beauty is overshadowed by poverty, by lack of health services, by lack of education, by lack of infrastructure. I still remember my school days. The school building was not good. Even the roof of the school made of straw and the water poured in when it rained. We 80 children in our class. The teacher used to come with a long stick to beat knowledge in our head. There was no safe drinking water. We often suffered from diarrhea and dysentery. Ladies and gentlemen, this poor school condition is just an example of poor health services, poor infrastructure, and poor social conditions of that period. The king was ruling all over the country, but the king did not care. 15 February 1990, I was just 15 years old. I joined in a protest, in a rally to protest against the dictatorship of the king. Thousands of people were demonstrating for democracy and freedom. Police came and started to fire. Many were injured. Many were arrested. And I was one of them. We kept in a police custody for 3 days in a small room without sufficient food and water. I was scared. My parents didn't know where I was. I also didn't know what was happening outside. When I released, I was forced to sign in a document that I would never protest against the dictatorship of king. Did this stop me? No. This experience developed a deep passion, a deep desire inside me to fight for the democracy, freedoms, and justice. We continued the rally. We continued the protest. Police became wild. Despite the violence, many people, more and more people joined that movement. And finally, the dictatorship was replaced by democracy. We started to build to see our dreams for progressive and resourceful Nepal. Now, we are in 2014, almost 25 years later. Come to visit my village. You will see nothing has changed. What happens to our dream? My concern is why the situation is so bad, despite the fact Nepal could be a resourceful, progressive, and modern country. Seven years ago, I quit my teaching job and started to work with the local government in a rural area of Nepal as a development volunteer of Plan Commission and then Transparency International of Nepal. I witnessed how the local government is working. What are the problems? Why we are not achieved our goals, our dreams. There are a lot of problems. Available resources are not utilized to meet the people's need. The funds are not distributed fairly and transparently. Many projects are being failed. There is no good administration, no sustainable leadership. Of course, we developed something. Some system was developed. We do hire the local government officer. We do elect the local government council. But we did nothing to prepare for their responsibility. Yes, we give them just a 3 days training. And that is also just for code of conduct and some existing law, but nothing about project management, nothing about sustainable leadership, nothing about problem-solving skill, nothing about finance and resource mobilization. In fact, nothing on how to accomplish what we really need. During my study here in Kerala, the southern part of India, I have visited some local government office. I did the interaction with the local government officer, with the local government's leader. Even I visited some local government projectors. They are doing much better with the similar resources that we have in our country. And the main reason of this success is empowerment. They are empowered by knowledge and skill through the training programs. They are now able to utilize the resources. And I know this is possible in my country too. Therefore, I want to start a project called Saksham Rural Nepal. A Saksham is a Nepali word that means can do. We want to see our country with a transparent, people-friendly and reliable local government. To achieve this goal, we will provide the knowledge, skills, techniques, and information to our local leaders on project management, on finance and resource mobilizations, on sustainable leadership, on problem-solving skill, and not least, the ethical values. These programs, these trainings increase their capacity and confidence levels to tackle the root causes of the problems. To get the early success, I want to start this project from my own village, where the peoples know me, where the local leaders, I know the local leaders, where I know the problems, where I know the solution as well. Ladies and gentlemen, do we still have a time to waste? No, we don't have a time to waste. We must work now with the young government leaders who didn't know, who didn't learn how to take responsibility, how to think critically to solve the problems. We want to empower them and train them in a good governance so that their current mindset will be changed into the mindset of sustainable leadership. And if we have a sustainable leadership, if we have a good leadership, they will mobilize the resources properly. They will increase the people participation and ownership to fulfill our needs of better education, better health services, better infrastructures. And we will develop a number of ethical and responsible future leaders of our countries. I do believe we can create change, even if it is just a spark. And a spark can die, of course, but a spark can become a big flame. Dhanyavad. Thank you.